Hello, everyone. Um, hello, everyone. Um, Welcome to today's session of meditation. Um, I hope you all had a wonderful week. And so, my name is Karan. You probably already know me. And I will be guiding today's meditation session. Before we start, a quick recap of what we did last week. So last week we covered the seventh energy center, the Sahasrara chakra, which is located on our fontanel bone at the top of our head. It is the center which integrates all our subtle energy system and all of our other centers of energy. So it is a very important center, and in a way, it is at this point the final frontier for us um, to get into this state of meditation. Today, the theme we have is around getting into thoughtless state. And so, what happens with us is the biggest blocker for our meditation, which is something all of us experience, is our thoughts, basically. So these thoughts usually interrupt our meditation, and not only that, but thoughts, overthinking on things makes us worried, makes us anxiety, not even while we are sitting for meditation, but during our daily lives. Um, that is why practicing meditation and practicing a state of thoughtlessness, even when you're not, even outside of the daily routine of meditation, is a very good idea. Because we need to train ourselves and make it a habit for ourselves to be in that state of thoughtlessness. So, firstly, what is thoughtlessness? Thoughtlessness is a state where you do not have any thoughts. It is also a state where you are in the present, and it is also a state where you're not reacting or reflecting on anything, but just being there without reacting. So, that is what thoughtlessness is. At least that is what my understanding of thoughtlessness is. And so basically, Srimataji told us that, we should not react to anything, but just be in the state of witness and just watch the happenings. So just give me a second. So this state of witness and the state of detachment helps us in reducing our reactions to whatever is happening with us or around us. And it can be practiced through meditation. And today we will try to do that. And but I would definitely encourage you that even during your daily lives, your day, if you feel at any point anxious or stressed, just do a simple exercise of doing a quick, very small, short meditation. It doesn't have to be very explicit, just very simply just sit down and put your attention on the top of your head and just say, I surrender my thoughts or I forgive, and that will help us. So, thoughts are something that comes from our mind, a level of our sixth energy center, which is called as Agya. So, this center has two positions, two aspects to it. One is the left and the right. The left aspect is basically our conditioning. As you know, the left basically ends up on the right because it crosses over, and the right is our ego. So it crosses over to the left, basically. So this is our right agya, and this is our left agya. It works that way. So these are also what cause us to think. If we are conditioned on certain things and things don't happen the way we foresee them or we perceive them to be, then we react. And also, we react when we feel challenged because our ego comes in and interrupts, our state, and therefore we again react or take things personally. Even if we don't react externally, we still react internally. So this is what something we should always try to watch ourselves, and when that happens, try to do a quick meditation and get into that state of silence. A very simple, subtle, implicitly, meditate, and that will help. That's a good practice. That's something that I also would like to do more and more. So that is one thing. So today we will also then work on a little bit on our agya to reduce our thoughts. As you also have learned before, the seat of our attention is on our Swadhisthana chakra, which is which basically on our liver. So it is basically on our right side. Swadhisthana be that area. So we use ice pack a lot of times when we have a lot of thoughts. We put ice pack there. You would have tried it in previous classes. That is something that we should always, whenever we feel, without anyone having to prompt us, we should just put this and put an ice pack and just be there. And this is something you could do in your daily lives outside of meditation also. You can place an ice pack if you've been feeling too right-sided and your attention is everywhere. Just put your ice pack and cool down your liver, and that will help as well. But primarily it is being in the present. Primarily it is our kundalini getting stuck on your RR ego, is my understanding. Okay, so today's agenda is going to be that we will first start with a foot soak. I hope everyone is ready with their foot soaking bowls. So foot soaking bowl filled with warm or lukewarm, or if you're okay with that, even cold water, and some salt in it, and a mug of water to rinse your feet after you finish your foot soak, and then a towel to dry it. Always remember that after you finish your foot soak, usually after you finish your foot soak, you should just flush the water, this foot soak water, down the toilet. And the pan that you use for foot soaking should only be used for foot soaking, because it absorbs all our negativities, especially from our first bottom three and energy centers. So it should not be used for any other purposes, and the water should be discarded properly. So remember to do that always. And so we will do our foot soak first, and then we will listen to a talk from Srimataji, after which we will continue to meditate and focus our attention on achieving that state of thoughtless awareness. But remember, even while we are foot soaking or anything like that, if you have any thoughts, just say within yourself, I forgive, or just say, not this, and just try to be in the present. That's the channel of our ascent. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin today's meditation with the foot soak. Let's place both of our hands on our lap, palm facing upwards. Let's put our attention on our breathing. Remember this that our attention is on our breathing right now. It's just to bring our attention within ourselves, and it's good for the heart chakra to do that. But eventually, we will place our attention on the top of our seventh energy center, and that is where our attention should remain. Now, let's observe our breathing. In our breathing, let us introduce a brief pause. So, after taking or inhaling, let's hold our breath before releasing it, and after releasing, let's hold before breathing in again. And when we hold it, our attention should go to our seventh energy center. And we should experience thoughtlessness. Now, in this state, let us now raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. Very gently, keeping our attention on the top of our head, or just raising our attention through our central channel along our hand. And when your hand crosses your Vishuddhi chakra on your throat, you can even lift your head and tilt it backwards to open your Vishuddhi. Open this chakra more. Now let's take the Bandhan. Let's put our right hand on top of our foot soaking bowl, and then let's give it a bandhan while having our attention on our Sahasrara. Mother, please awaken qualities of the element of water in this foot soaking bowl. So, in the foot soak, there is water, which is the element of water, and there is salt, which is, I believe, represents the element of earth. It is basically we are replicating seawater in our foot soaking bowl, which means that if you happen to ever go to a sea or even a river body, river, lake, a pond, you get the opportunity to foot soak. If the temperature is comfortable enough for you to do that, you should always take that opportunity and do a foot soak on the banks of a pond or on the seashore, wherever you get a chance. And if you are not able to find a place to sit there, it is even okay to stand and foot soak. You can always do that. So take that opportunity, and next time you have a chance, do take that opportunity. Okay, so now we have vibrated the foot soaking bowl by giving it a bandhan or vibrations. Now we can put our feet in the foot soaking bowl. So today my foot soaking bowl is a little cold, and a cold foot soaking bowl usually helps cool down the right side. So on days or occasions when you feel that you've been too right-sided, meaning you've been thinking too much, overthinking, being planning, or you've had a very stressful or tiring day, it's good on those days. It's a good idea to try a cold foot soak. On the other end, if on a particular day you're feeling very down, very low, you've been a little bit, depressive or feeling very low emotionally, or you're feeling, you know, lazy, that time you need to um, basically use the left channel needs to be cleared out more. So you can use a lukewarm or slightly warm foot soak on those days. On on any given day, you would probably want to do a room temperature water foot soak. So let's place the palm of our hands on our lap. Mother, please guide our foot soak. Please remove all the negativities, all the obstacles to our spiritual ascent into this foot soaking bowl. Now, as we've learned, it's always a good idea to start our meditation, whether it is foot soak meditation or just meditation, with the first placing our attention on the first energy center at the base of our spine. So let's put both of our hands towards Mother Earth, because the earth is the element associated with this energy center. O Mother, please establish within us the qualities of wisdom and discretion. Please make us the embodiment of the innocence that is represented in our first energy center, the Muladhara. At this point, our attention can either be on our Sahasrara or it can be at the base of our spine on our Muladhara chakra. Now let us balance our left energy channel by placing our left palm on our lap. Our right palm remains towards or on Mother Earth. Mother, please remove all the impure desires from our being. Please cleanse our left energy channel and bring it into balance. At this point, our attention can be on our Sahasrara, or can be on the top of our palm, left palm. Just feel and experience without any, remember, without any reflection on it. Just experience what you're feeling. Just observe. No reaction, no reflection, just witnessing it. Now we will switch and we will balance our right energy channel. So for that, we place our right hand on our lap and fold our left hand at the elbow and put our palms facing pointing towards the sky, with fingers pointing towards the sky and palm facing backwards. Mother, please remove our attention from any and everything that is unnecessary, that is not required for our spiritual ascent. Please keep our attention pure, and please keep our attention on our spirit. Mother, please balance our right energy channel. Attention on our Sahasrara or on the palm of our right hand. Just observe, just witness. We bring our hand on our lap, place our attention on our central channel. Mother Kundalini, please rise within ourselves. Please rise within us. Now we can conclude our foot soak. We can rinse our feet. We may place our foot soaking bowl aside. If you prefer to, you can again give it a bandhan with your attention, using your right hand like this. So it's a clockwise motion, where the clock is the foot soaking bowl. Now let us continue to meditate. Let's place the palm of our right hand on top of our head. Let's massage the top of our head in circular motion. Mother Kundalini, please open our Sahasrara chakra. Let's raise our hand above our head. Just float it a few inches above. See if you feel any vibrations on top of your head. We can bring this hand back onto our lap, but place our attention on top of our head. And with this, we can now listen to Srimataji's talk on this topic and stay in the state of meditation while listening to Srimataji.
The mind about which we speak and depend upon is a myth. There's nothing like mind. Brain is reality, not the mind. Mind is created by us reacting to outside. Either we react to conditionings or to our ego. Thus this mind is created like bubbles on the ocean of reality. But that's not reality. With this mind, whatever we decide, we know is very limited, elusive, and sometimes shocking. The mind always moves in a linear direction. And because there's no reality in it, it recoils and boomerangs. Thus, all the enterprises, all the projections so far we have done, it seems come back to us. Whatever they discover comes back to us as a big destructive power or a very big shock. So one has to decide what to do, how to be out of this trap of our mind. Kundalini is the solution. When she is awake, she takes you. With that awakening, she takes you beyond your mind. The first thing is to go beyond your mind. With mind, you will do many things, but it will not be satisfying. It will be not a solution. It will not help you. And when we start depending too much on our mind, we develop all kinds of physical, mental, emotional problems. Now the latest is the stress. Stress, and the stress has no solution, they say. But in Sahaja Yoga, we find the solution by crossing over this mind. It's like a barrier for our advancement. So, when you get your realization, you must understand that your Kundalini has taken your attention beyond the mind. Now, this reaction to outside has come because we human beings have a prism-like brain, or we can say prism-like skull. And when the energy passes into it, I would explain it in my books. It goes into bifurcations, or you can say refractions, by which our attention goes out and we react. If we react too much, then these bubbles create a very horrible mind which can lead to any kind of thing. It justifies itself, it dampers your ego. The ego and the conditioning that creates this mind start using, and this mind for the purpose of their fulfillment of their all the accumulation of ideas and thoughts which has no backing, which has no reality with it. It's like we make the computer. Ultimately we become slaves of the computer. We make the watches ourselves, and then we become slaves of the watches. That's how it dominates human beings. And when a person who has a very strong mind decides to destroy, like Hitler did, with some idea, he can go on destroying, which has a very far-fetched effect on our culture, on our spirituality. Now the first step is to become thoughtlessly aware, where you cross your mind. You go above your mind. Mind cannot affect you. This is the first stage, as we call it, thoughtless awareness. Second one is where you start seeing the working of this Paramachaitanya, of this all-pervading power, and you start becoming aware that there is a lot of truth in what Mataji says, that there is this power which works out many things. It works miraculously so many things for you. It gives you blessings, it guides you, it helps you. In so many ways it helps you. It gives you good health, good wealth, and also a very good society of very beautiful people in the collective. All that you can see clearly is happening here. Now this happening of achieving thoughtless awareness is very simple and easy. But to maintain at that point is difficult. We still react and we think. Anything you see, you react. To get to that point in thoughtless awareness is first to change your attention. Now, for example, once we were climbing a very high mountain to see one temple called Palitana. Myself, my son-in-law, and my daughter. And we were really tired because we had to climb I don't know how many steps. And when we went up, we were tired, and there was a little canopy made of beautiful marble carving. So we just lay down there. They were very tired, and they said, "What is this kind of a temple?" Grudging. While I looked up and I saw lots of beautiful uh, elephants were carved. So I told my son-in-law, "Look at these elephants. They all have tails of different types." He said, "Mommy, we are all dying. How can you see the tails of elephants?" But if just to divert their attention from that tiredness, I told them that why not see these tails of the elephant, which is very different. So what happens that when you are putting your attention so much to outside all the time, then you must first of all also divert your attention. For example, you see these beautifully made things here. Your attention is something else. Just try to enjoy the beauty of that. See, there are beautiful carpets. Just look at them without thinking. Because they don't belong to you, so no headache. They belong to somebody else. It's very good. Otherwise, if it belongs to you, you start thinking, "Oh my God, I've spread them here. What will happen? They have to be insured," or some sort of a thing like that. That's common human reaction. But if it doesn't belong to you, you can watch it nicely. Now you watch it and don't think. You'll be amazed when you see the beauty that is put inside this. You'll see the artist who has put his joy, his exuberance into it. And you'll be amazed after realization that this exuberance will fill into you and a cool kind of a relaxation will come into you. And this kundalini will rise and you will become steady in your thoughtlessness. So whenever you look at anything, look at any beautiful thing, even say today's election, just watch the man who is elected. Watching him itself gives him blessings, gives him better ideas. You get also ideas which are coming from reality, which are there. How to make this man a successful person or this country a successful democracy. All these things happen when your attention is diverted from criticizing, from reacting. Just you watch, become the witness, try to witness of it. It's not so very yet practiced. So far I've seen that whenever even we get our achieve our realization, we don't realize that we have to witness it. When you start witnessing through your spirit, then you don't see the bad points of another, but you see the good points. You just pick up the person with very good points. See, so once you see that, the witness state enlarges and you start enjoying another person. You start enjoying everything that is there. Even a small blade of grass you can enjoy.
Now, let us close our eyes again. As Sri Mataji mentioned in the talk, that mind is a myth and it is like bubbles on the surface of reality, that we must rise above it as well. So let us place our hand rather, on our forehead. So let's place our right hand across our forehead. Just say, I forgive. I forgive my thoughts. I forgive myself. I forgive everyone. And one more thing that we can do is we can place both of our hands, each on one side of our head. You can open your eyes and look at me. Let's place our hand on both sides of our head and apply a little bit of pressure. And here we will say a mantra or an affirmation in Sanskrit, which goes like Om, Sham. I'll repeat it one more time. It goes like Om, Sham. So we will sustain these sounds and say them out loud a few times. This will help us get rid of our ego and superego and clear our Agya chakra. Om Sham. So like this we will say it a few more times. Let's say it together this time. Om Sham. Om Sham. Sham. And bring our hand back onto our lap. Now we will raise this Kundalini energy along our central channel. So using our right hand, the palm of our right hand like a cup in front of our Kundalini, and let's raise this hand along our central channel above our Sahasrara, and just rest it there for a few seconds. We'll do it 2 more times, and eventually we'll place our attention on the top of our head. So on the third time, remember to place your attention above your head where your hand is. Let's bring our hand back onto our lap and observe this silence. We can now conclude our meditation by raising our Kundalini and taking Bandha. Let us join our hands together and thank this nurturing motherly energy for the state of meditation that it's given us. That concludes our session today. Next week, we'll be at the Cranberry Library, so we will not be having an online session, but all of you are welcome to join us at the Cranberry Library. It would be at the same time next Wednesday, so 6 p.m. next Wednesday at the Cranberry Public Library. We'll see you the week after that online. So take care and have a good week and continue to meditate. And if you haven't already, do join the 21-day sessions. They are conducted every day at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time, and they're beautiful sessions. So we would always prefer for you to join those instead of joining this if you had to choose one over the other. All right, have a good one. Bye.